Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Liz. Today we're going to make a craft together. We'll be making a peacock. Okay, let's see what you got in your kit. So you should have received a bird body template, a piece of newspaper, a pipe cleaner, and then feathers and some gems. Okay. So we are going to make a nice dazzling peacock. What you need from home, let's see. From home, you will need crayons or paint. Crayons with their papers off are the best. You'll also need glue and then scissors. Okay, so let's get started. We're just going to follow along on our instruction sheet. All right, so take your piece of newsprint, all right, and pick which side you want to color and fill in the space. So I don't know, I've got a car on one side and a pool. So I'm going to do the pool. All right, so turn this way, and then you'll take your crayons without the paper on them. If you have like nice new crayons, please don't take the paper off for this. But if you've got old crayons, then you can take the paper off. All right, so I'm gonna use blue because of the pool. So you can, do whatever you want, however you want to color this. I'm just gonna kind of do the blue. And since the peacocks are very colorful, you might want to make it more colorful. Up to you. Okay, so I just did mine in blue. All right, let's see what's next. So next you're going to do an accordion style fold of your paper. We've done this a few times. So you just want to make sure that you get there we go. Yeah, turn it upside down with the colorful side down so that you can kind of start. And you make sure when you do your accordion fold, you can have a lot of that colorful side. Okay. Keep going with your accordion folding. Okay. All right, so once the whole newspaper is folded up, then you're going to put your pipe cleaner in the middle. So you can fold it in half to find the middle. Okay, and crease it. And then you put your pipe cleaner there. And you're going to use your pipe cleaner sort of to tie it around. Okay. Just sort of tie this pipe cleaner around in the middle. All right. Just like this. So then you're going to fold each side up towards the middle, sort of out, so that you have like a semicircle going on. Okay. And what will you do with that? So you're going to want to glue one edge to the other. Okay. So glue. And glue this. Actually, just sort of. And you want to do this carefully because, you know, your newsprint is not super sturdy. Okay. So next, you are going to draw a face on your bird body. So let's see, we've got, this is our little beak here. And maybe we have a little eye here. I don't know. Just a little face. You can see our example. Kind of looks like, you know, a very lovely peacock. Okay, and then you will cut out your bird body. Okay, once you cut it out, then you're going to glue it onto your newsprint. Okay, so it might, you want to make sure that at the bottom this is all glued together so that you can get this bird on here. All right, so once you've got the glue, you're going to glue it on to the middle and kind of hope that that stays. All right. So maybe a little bit more reinforcement here. Okay. All right, so then you're going to decorate the whole thing with all of your feathers, and you can just glue them on, and for this it's kind of best to be like, you know, down to glue. So you can see in our example how we glued on lots of different feathers and gems so that our peacock is really something special. Okay, so here's your example. All right, so there you have it. We're going to read a book next, and this book is called 3 Hens and a Peacock. All right. So this, let's see. Things were quiet on the Tuckers' farm. The cows chewed their cud, the hens clucked and pecked and laid their eggs. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. Once in a while, someone would stop to buy tomatoes or corn, perhaps a quart of milk. Nothing unusual happened until that peacock showed up. The cows and the hens and the old hound kept right on doing what they'd always done. But that peacock had never lived on a farm. He had no idea what to do. So he spread his fancy feathers and set to shrieking. So what peacocks do, they shriek. Eventually the peacock wandered down to the road. When cars whizzed by, he shook his feathers and cried out in his loudest voice. Of course, folks stopped for a closer look. Day after day, more folks stopped to admire the peacock, and they all bought tomatoes and corn, eggs and milk. Business on the Tuckers' farm was booming. Everyone seemed happy to have visitors stopping by. But trouble was brewing in the hen house. The hens were squawking and clucking and flapping their wings. We do all the work around here. I'd like to see that peacock lay one single egg. Exactly, he just struts around screaming. I suppose fancy feathers are more important than laying eggs. That lazy peacock gets all the attention and we do all the work. The peacock heard every word. For days he moped about, moaning and groaning. I wish I could be more useful around here. Humph, clucked one hen. The others ruffled their feathers. The old hound stretched and slowly raised his head. Why not let the peacock stay here to be useful while you hens take the glamorous job down by the road? The hens began clucking to one another. What a wonderful plan. Yes, it's a fabulous idea. Oh, ladies, we simply must fancy up our feathers tonight and nothing but our brightest beads, bangles, and bows. We'll stop traffic for sure. Why, you girls know I can strut with the best of them. The peacock perked up. Let's do it, he declared. Tomorrow I'll stay here, sit on a nest, and cluck. And we'll get gussied up then, said the hens. We'll be so glamorous. At sunrise the next morning, the hens strutted down to the street. The peacock marched right into the hen house and poked his head inside. The hens flocked by the road waiting for a car. When they saw one approaching, they clucked and squawked and flapped their wings in a flurry of feathers. But every car whizzed right by. The peacock sucked his tummy in and wiggled from left to right, trying to squeeze through the tiny hen house door. His front half was in, his back half was out. Down by the road, those hens tried every chicken trick they knew. Still no cars. Finally, the peacock made it into the hen house. He held his breath and pushed with all his might. But no matter how hard he tried, he could not lay a single egg, not one. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. What's that peacock doing in the hen house? Asked Farmer Tucker. Who knows, said Mrs. Tucker. And what are those hens doing down by the road? Not a one of them is up here laying eggs. Well, the way things are going, we aren't likely to have anyone buying eggs today, said Farmer Tucker. We need that peacock down there stopping cars. When the peacock heard that, he smiled the biggest smile you ever saw on a bird's beak. I am helping, he thought. He squirmed back and forth until he popped out of the cramped hen house. Then he trotted off to find the hens. The exhausted hens were all clucked out. Every feather was out of place. Ugh, what a day. We couldn't get one car to stop. It's true. Why, most of them didn't even slow down. The peacock met the hens as they trudged up the road. I can tell you I'm no good at laying eggs, he said. I'm just not meant for it. One hen nodded. I put on my stellar strut, and even I couldn't stop a single car, she said. I have to hand it to you. Fancy feathers, your job is harder than it looks. The other hens agreed. The peacock looked relieved. So the hens marched back to the hen house. The peacock strutted down to the road. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. And things were quiet again on the Tuckers' farm. Thank you so much for making a craft with me and enjoying that story. I'll see you next time. Bye.